What's good, y'all? What's good, Real Talk Squad? This is Miles, and you're listening to Real Talk with Miles Johnson, where you know I always keep it real. Let's get right into it, man. The NBA Finals, it's over, man. It's over. The Denver Nuggets are the NBA champs. Kudos to them. Kudos to them. Kudos to them. First things first, I do apologize to the Nuggets because I doubted y'all. I did not think that you all can, number one, win the finals. Number two, beat the Lakers. And for Jokic to validate his 2 MVPs. So for that, I want to formally apologize. I don't want to come out here and be flip-floppy and be like, oh, yeah, I knew that the Nuggets were the best team all year. I thought the Nuggets was a good regular season team that just wasn't going to get it done in the postseason. And I was proven wrong. So I would be fake. I wouldn't keep it real if I did not come out here and say the Nuggets proved me wrong. Jokic validated every reason why he's a 2-time MVP and has a great reason to say, oh, I should be a 3-time MVP. I still think Embiid should have won it. But I'm saying this all to say the Nuggets deserve to get to this point. They did. And I think that throughout the whole entire year, they should have been considered the best team in the league. I mean, the way that they dismantled the Suns, I was like, after that, we should have known. At least I should have known. Oh, no, they're for real. Because they're withstanding Devin Booker going berserk, Kevin Durant going berserk. Yes, they don't have a bench, the Suns, but it's like, you know, it's a legit team, a legit team. I thought the Suns were going to beat them. So, again, credit to the Nuggets. I did not think that they would sweep the Lakers. Nobody thought that. The biggest Nuggets fan did not think that they would sweep the Lakers. And I think that if they wasn't such a good team in crunch time, it would have went to 6 or 7 games. But since they were such a good team in the fourth quarter down the stretch, they were able to sweep the Lakers. But it wasn't like a regular sweep. So that was, I think, their toughest series. I truly believe that. And I think because of the star power of LeBron James, because of the star power of Anthony Davis, they had an attention to detail like the highest it's ever been. Because they know, oh, we can't play around with these guys. And they didn't. So, Jokic is the best player in the league. He is. It's Jokic, and then it's Giannis. Giannis is not that far off, though. People forget how good Giannis was. But Giannis still is. The guy was injured for 2.5 games in a series, and they lost, bro. Like, I'm not going to go hold it too much against him. But Jokic is the best player in the league. He's the best player on the best team in the league that went ahead and won the NBA Finals. This guy had 30, 14, and 7, bro. Like, this is ridiculous. This is flat out ridiculous, bro. All right, you just got tip your cap. You know, great player, all-time great. He's now top 25 all time, at least. In terms of top 10 centers of all time, he already was top 10 after those 2 MVPs, but this puts him in top 7 category. So here's the centers that, you know, I have ahead of Jokic right now. Kareem, Shaq, Wilt, Bill Russell, Hakeem, Jokic. If you want to say that Tim Duncan is a center, then I'll say that, you know, Tim Duncan and then Jokic. So Jokic is either 7 or 6, depending on if you count Tim Duncan as a center. So he has the ability to be top three. He has the ability to be top three. He has the ability for it to be Kareem, Shaq, and Jokic. I think if he gets another championship and finals MVP, he passes Wilt. I think that if he gets 3 in this era, maybe gets another MVP, I'm gonna have to put him over Bill Russell. So Jokic is climbing up there, and he has the ability. He has the ability to, reach that top 10 status. Again, right now I think he's top 25. He might be top 20. But there's been a debate about who's better all time. They've given us 2 players, right? There's been a debate about, is Kevin Durant better all time than Jokic? Is Jokic a better player than Kevin Durant all time? I would say yes. Is it a debate? It is a debate. But Jokic has more MVPs. Jokic led a team to a championship. He stayed with the franchise that drafted him. I think right now he's better than Kevin Durant. I think all time he's better than Kevin Durant. And I think by the time Jokic's career is over, he'll be head and shoulders above Kevin Durant. Now, in terms of Giannis, I can't say he's better than Giannis yet, all time. Not yet. Giannis has a defensive player of the year that is extremely hard to get. And he won a championship with a hyperextended knee. Drop a 50 in closeout game. I mean, like, we just forget. We just forget how great Giannis is. That's why it's like Jokic is number 1 for sure. But Giannis is a close second. And the gap between Jokic and Giannis and the rest of the league is pretty significant. And what we're seeing now, the last MVPs, whether it's Embiid, whether it's Jokic, whether it's Giannis, they're all overseas. USA, I am sorry to break it to y'all, but the world will catch up to us. It will. The world will catch up to us because these guys are getting better. You see Luka coming up and better and better. And yeah, that's just what it's gonna be, bro. And that's what it's gonna be unless we have some drastic change in our player development system. That's what it's going to be. Going back to the finals, love to just shout out Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray, he had 21 points, 10 assists in the finals. He flat out hooped. I mean, a 30-point triple-double. Boy, stop playing, bro. Stop playing. And I will say Jamal Murray, he's a star. And if he proves, to have this same level of play in the regular season next year, I'll put him as a superstar. But Jamal Murray's legacy, that's a cool legacy to have. Come playoff time, I had the biggest, point increase in NBA history. Like this guy, bro. We go to Jamal Murray's stats from the postseason or the regular season to postseason. He averages 20 points in the regular season. Well, really, let's say this. For his career, he's a 17-point per game scorer. In the playoffs, he's 26. In the regular season, this year, 20 points. Postseason, 26. More efficient. Went from 6 assists in the regular season to 7 assists. In the postseason, he is a superstar. And the Nuggets were not going to sweep the Lakers unless it was for Jamal Murray going absolutely berserk. absolutely berserk. That series, he played like a super duper star. Super duper star. So the keys for the Nuggets to become a dynasty are, these two things. We know what Jokic is going to give us. So I'm not talking about Jokic. You know that Jokic is going to give you a 30-point, 30, 13, and 8. He's going to give you that. If Jamal Murray continues to ascend and become a superstar, the league is in trouble. But here's the killer. If Michael Porter Jr. taps into his potential, it's over. It's over. They're winning a three-peat, bro. Bro. If Michael Porter Jr. taps into his potential, it's over. Because they won the finals with this guy putting up 7 points in game 2 and game 3 combined. This guy still did not shoot very well this series. But I'll give him credit. He rebounded. And that closeout game, he played much, much better. But if Michael Porter Jr. can become an all-star, you can just chalk up the next 2 rings to the Denver Nuggets if they stay healthy. That's just a fact, bro. That's just a fact. And Jamal Murray talking about some Jokic is going to get better. I don't see that not being true. I think that Jokic will get better. So everything is in the Nuggets' favor. Mike Malone is a great coach. Erik Spoelstra, I think, is the best coach in the league. But what did I say before this series? The gap between Mike Malone and Erik Spoelstra is not huge. The one mistake Mike Malone made in this series, I think, was calling a timeout, or was not calling a timeout in game 2. I think if he calls a timeout in game 2 and they drop a good play, send it to overtime, they could very well sweep these guys. Sweep them. So, on the Heat side, kudos to the Heat. The Heat are the ultimate overachievers. To be minutes away from losing to the Bulls, to then beating the Bucks. Granted, Giannis was injured, bro. People don't realize this. That's what I'm saying. Like, Giannis was injured for 2.5 games. Like, just as a basketball fan, this finals sucked. It sucked for me. I don't know about y'all, but it sucked for me. And I think that if Giannis did not get injured and the Bucks go to the finals, we looking at a 7-game series. And it'd be wildly more entertaining than this. I mean, while Game 5 was going on, I didn't even really watch it, bro. I had to go watch the highlights because I didn't watch it in real time because I was on a flight. I didn't really care that much to watch it because I knew the result. We knew what was going to happen, bro. Everybody knew what was going to happen. Don't you like some suspense? Like, cool, it's the Nuggets. They were the best team in the league. But you don't want, like, some suspense? Some doubt of who's going to win? That's just me. Maybe it's just me, but, like, this finals was not it for me. It wasn't it for me. But on the Heat side, credit to them for continuing to overachieve, be the underdog and prove people wrong. They have 7 undrafted guys. I mean, this team, maxed out and did what they had to do. Here's the one thing I'll say about Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, he is a star, not a superstar. He is a star with a superstar mindset. That's different. He has the superstar mindset. If a guy like Kevin Durant had Jimmy Butler's mindset, he's the best player of all time. It's certain guys, James Harden, if he had Jimmy Butler's mindset, he'd be maybe top 10 all time. Like, he has the mindset, But you can't win a championship with Jimmy Butler being your best player. If he's your number two, oh, you're winning a championship. And Jimmy Butler's best chance to win a championship was with Joel Embiid in 2019 because Joel Embiid was the best player, but Jimmy Butler had that superstar dog mindset that carried throughout the team. And if it wasn't for the luckiest bounce in NBA history, Jimmy Butler might have gotten a ring. But I think his best chance to win one was 2019. And as long as he is the best player on a team, I don't see that team winning a championship. I also think as well, you can't call Jimmy Butler a superstar and give him a pass for how bad he shot the ball in the finals and in the Eastern Conference Finals. You can't, because no superstar is getting that treatment. Like, you can't have the best of both worlds where you get praised and then you get zero criticism. That's not how it works. That's not how superstars work. That's why the general public believes that Jimmy Butler is a star, maybe a little bit above a star, right? But he ain't on that superstar level. Like Jokic showed is levels to this, and that was the Heat's problem. They didn't have a guy that could match Jokic on that super duper star level, on that superstar level. I think Jamal Murray outplayed Jimmy Butler. So, like, if your second best player is outplaying your first best player, yeah, it's gonna be a downhill from there. It's gonna be a downhill from there. But I want to y'all let me know what y'all think about this series, about this season. In the coming days, you got to get this John Morant news. It'll probably be after the parade. So the parade is Thursday, so he'll probably be after that. But I really want to let y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, thank you for tuning in. Got some good stuff coming. I'm back in Atlanta. Got my reel set up. I'm happy for what we're about to do. It's Real Talk with Miles Johnson, where I always keep it real. I'm out, y'all.